Hey Cowboys Nation, welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling one of the most exciting yet nerve-wracking questions hanging over the Dallas Cowboys. Who will be the next head coach? Will it be Deion Sanders, the flashy and charismatic coach who's taken the college football world by storm? Or maybe the steady, legendary Jason Witten, who has the leadership pedigree to unite the locker room? Or what about Kellen Moore, the young offensive mind who's been behind some of the Cowboys' most explosive offensive performances? This is a huge decision for the Cowboys, and today we're going to break it all down. We'll look at each candidate's strengths, weaknesses, and ultimately their potential to lead America's team back to glory. So sit tight, Cowboys fans. This is going to be a wild ride. Let's start by talking about Deion Sanders. Now I know when people hear his name, they instantly think about his Hall of Fame career as a player. Deion was a dynamic cornerback, one of the best to ever play the game. He brought swagger, speed, and unrivaled confidence every time he stepped onto the field. But what really stands out is his charisma and leadership, both of which could be a huge asset in the Cowboys' locker room. Deion's made a name for himself as a coach at Jackson State, turning the program into a powerhouse. The man knows how to recruit top talent, energize a fan base, and most importantly, get results. Under his leadership, Jackson State became a program that many thought could never compete at the top level. He brought in the best recruits, captured national attention, and even secured a Celebration Bowl win, which was a historic moment for the school. But the big question is, can he take all of that success and translate it to the NFL, particularly to a high-profile team like the Cowboys? There's no denying Deion's star power, and you can see the excitement he brings to any team he's a part of. The media frenzy around his hiring would be massive, but that's a double-edged sword. Can Deion manage the pressures of the NFL spotlight, with its intense scrutiny and media presence? And more importantly, can he build a winning culture that goes beyond flashy appearances? Deion has the drive, but it remains to be seen if he has the depth of experience to lead a professional NFL roster, especially when dealing with high-profile players, veterans, and complex game situations. Despite this, his personality and passion for the game could ignite the Cowboys in ways no other coach could. Next, let's talk about Jason Witten. Now, Witten is a different kind of candidate. Unlike Deion, Witten has spent his entire football life in the NFL. From the moment he stepped onto the field, Witten was known for his reliability, leadership, and work ethic. He was the kind of player every coach dreams of, someone who could be counted on to execute, week in and week out, no matter the circumstances. Witten's ability to mentor younger players, especially on offense, was a huge part of the Cowboys' success during his tenure. His quiet yet confident leadership was a cornerstone of the locker room, and he had the respect of everyone around him. Witten has already shown that he has the necessary leadership qualities to thrive in a coaching role, and many believe that he could be a natural progression from player to coach. He knows the game inside and out and would be able to speak the language of the players, especially on offense. However, the big question surrounding Witten is whether he can adjust to the complexities of being a head coach. Managing a team goes beyond game strategy. It's about handling the media, dealing with personnel issues, navigating the salary cap, and making tough decisions that affect the team's future. Witten has no experience as a coach, and his brief stint in broadcasting, where he didn't exactly set the world on fire, raises concerns about whether he's truly ready for the pressure cooker that is Dallas Cowboys football. But with the right mentoring and support system, could Witten evolve into a great head coach? There's certainly potential, but it's not without risks. His success would depend on his ability to learn on the fly, be adaptable, and manage a roster full of different personalities. Finally, let's take a deeper look at Kellen Moore. Moore has quickly become one of the brightest young minds in football, particularly on offense. As the Cowboys' offensive coordinator, he's been responsible for creating some of the most potent offensive units in recent memory. Under Moore's guidance, Dak Prescott has reached new heights, and the Cowboys have boasted one of the most high-powered offenses in the league. Moore is a rising star in the coaching world, and while he's young, he brings a fresh, innovative approach to the table. His ability to adapt to different defenses and create dynamic game plans has set him apart as one of the top offensive minds in the NFL. But Moore is still relatively inexperienced compared to other head coaching candidates, and many wonder if he's ready to take on the responsibility of managing a team. Head coaching requires not just an understanding of offense, but the ability to oversee the entire team: offense, defense, special teams, and most importantly, the locker room. As an offensive coordinator, Moore has a limited role in managing the team's overall dynamics, but as a head coach, he would need to wear many hats. There's also the question of whether his youth could be an asset or a liability. On one hand, Moore is able to relate to younger players and bring fresh energy to the team, but on the other hand, his relative lack of experience could lead to growing pains, particularly when dealing with veteran players and managing game day decisions. It's a big leap from offensive coordinator to head coach, but Moore has shown plenty of promise, and if given the right opportunities and support, he could very well be the future of the Cowboys. At the end of the day, each of these candidates brings something unique to the table. Deion Sanders offers the excitement and charisma that could ignite the entire franchise, but he may lack the experience needed for a high-pressure job like head coach. Jason Witten has the leadership and football IQ to command respect in the locker room, but his lack of coaching experience is a concern. And Kellen Moore is a bright, innovative mind who could reshape the Cowboys' offense, but his youth and relative inexperience in managing a full team could be a challenge. So who's the right fit? Well, it all comes down to what the Cowboys need. Are they looking for a quick jolt of energy and swagger with Deion Sanders? Or do they want the steady leadership and familiarity that Witten brings? Perhaps they're seeking a long-term vision with a younger coach in Kellen Moore who can grow with the team. Ultimately, the decision rests with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys' ownership, who will have to carefully evaluate what they need in a head coach. Will they prioritize a leader who can inspire and galvanize the team? Or will they look for someone with a clear tactical vision for the future of the franchise? It's a big decision, and one that will shape the future of the Cowboys for years to come. So, Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. Who do you think is the best fit to lead America's team? Is it the legend Jason Witten, the innovator Kellen Moore, or the electric Deion Sanders? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know what you think. And make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future coverage. Until next time, go Cowboys!